Mike over here.
Yes.
Obviously, you know, I don't think we expected you to be fighting at middleweight again
Yep.
after your last excursion. So I guess, you know, we've heard you say, you know, the politics at welterweight is what kind of led to this. But after your fight against Shara, did you think your next one would be a middleweight, or did you assume it would be back at 170?
Yeah, 100%. I assumed it was going to be back at 170. As I voiced that I wanted this is a one-off. It's seeming more and more that it's going to be more than even this fight now. Potentially, it seems that there's just more opportunity. The welterweight seems to be congested, and I wanna be active. So, if there are fights, I'm always willing to go back down. It's nothing to do with weight or anything. I can make whatever weight I need to. So yeah, but I do see there's a lot of opportunities and hungry fighters at the middleweight division.
If you do stick around at middleweight, do you think you could be more active than you were at welterweight, considering you don't have to cut that extra 15 pounds?
Oh, definitely. But at the same time, remember, I come from a competition circuit background where I'm fighting sometimes up to 21 times in one day. So, and that's at different weight divisions as well, or different styles of fighting. So, it's not the weight that stops me from performing. It's more to do if there's opportunities to take a fight. So, I like to be active, and it seems like middleweight will allow me to be more active.
You know, when Dustin Poirier made the jump from 145 to 155, he said it took him a while to feel like a lightweight rather than just a featherweight that stopped cutting weight.
Yeah.
So do you feel like a middleweight, or do you just feel like a welterweight that stops cutting at 185?
No, I completely agree with Dustin with what he's saying. I still don't quite feel like a middleweight. I feel like a welterweight that doesn't have to cut too much. And it's only because, again, I wasn't expecting to still be here. So I had the one fight, which was opportunistic. Styles made sense. So even though I'm giving away that kind of weight and power, I'm like, yeah, I know I'll handle myself with that one, in which I did. And then this one, I was already expecting to go back down. So again, I'm not really preparing myself for another middleweight division fight. And then this kind of last minute had to kind of change thought process. But again, I haven't really done the camp in a way that I would to just stay at middleweight. But like I said, maybe I have to just consider that now.
And then, like, kind of speaking on that, Jared is, you know, one of the, like, just physically more imposing middleweights. He fought at heavyweight, and now he's
Definitely
a very physical middleweight. And, you know, pressure. He's like, I've seen interviews. He's like, I'm not trying to solve the MVP puzzle. It's just pressure. So I guess, what type of fight are you expecting in there against Jared?
I am kind of expecting him to do, attempt to do exactly that. There'll just be a lot of oncoming traffic. Yeah, it's up to you if you want to run down that road while there's cars flying at you, and how long before you are permanently knocked over. So we'll see. I do believe he'll try and do that until it doesn't work. And then again, like I said, I've spoken to many people and said I turn a lot of people into wrestlers. And although he can wrestle. I've seen him wrestle before. That's never his first point to go to. But I definitely see him try to adopt more of the wrestling element.
And at welterweight, you would always say, you know, speed kills, but at welterweight, you also had that power. Coming up to middleweight, I would assume you're right away one of the faster middleweights, just because you might just be smaller than those guys. But I guess, how do you think your power translates up to middleweight too?
It doesn't. Them guys is tougher than a mud. It just means I have to be way more, and I've spoken about this as well. I have to be way more. I have to have way more output in comparison to the welterweight. Welterweight, I'm a sniper. I'm waiting for that right moment, and then I'll land my shot. Wait for the right moment, land my shot. Whereas in the middleweight division, I have to be a bit more aggressive on that front foot, landing combinations and then come back out. Combinations and come back out versus just the one shot. Trying to in hope to kill these guys, because they are more the natural, especially Jared coming from heavyweight, but they are more the natural middleweights.
If you look at the two divisions, right, welterweight and middleweight, you don't have to get down to the individuals, but in terms of matchups and where you see like, oh, that could be a fun one, that could be a fun one, which division actually appeals to you more, politics aside?
I still think welterweight, and I think this is why my heart is still in the world. Again, there's so many talented fighters across the whole roster of the UFC. There's still great fights at middleweight. I'm not taking anything away from the guys at middleweight. There's exceptional fights. You just had an absolute beast just speak to you guys on the stage. So there's crazy fights to be had up here, but I don't know what it is maybe because I've just been there longer and I've, studied maybe more of the fighters at welterweight that I just feel like that's the division and fights that I want.
Yeah. In terms of the politics, again, you don't have to necessarily get into the nitty-gritty of it, but is it just that you'll ask for a welterweight fight and they go, there just aren't any available right now, but we can offer you middleweight? Is that kind of how those talks go, or are they trying to maybe push without pushing you into the middleweight division because they prefer you there?
Again, I'm not really sure their motive. How I feel it kind of came about is when after that fight, I'm expecting, a really good fight, and the fight that I was offered didn't make sense to me based on what I just did. Yeah. So I was like, I'll wait for someone to be available because they were basically everyone else is busy as to why they gave me this fight. And it was like, in terms of ranking, you're talking somebody that's in the 20s. And I'm like, I just beat one of your prospects. Come on, give me someone that's an exciting fight. Didn't hear anything back, kept asking, didn't hear anything back, started calling people out, didn't hear anything back. And then I decided to give me someone at middleweight. And then I seemed to get names quickly.
And it's like Jared is one of those names that you're like, okay, he's a big guy, obviously, but there's a puzzle in that, right? Yep. So does this one for you, maybe, okay, it's not the division you want, but still motivates you and excites you in one of those ways? It
excites me, again, one, because he's an exceptional athlete. He's fought everybody. It's, it adds to my credibility of people, when I'm looking down the line later of people that I have fought and then beaten. But also it's progression because he's ranked number 8 or 7, wherever he is. But it represents progression moving forward. So, I feel like even if I won this fight at middleweight and I went back down to welterweight, you have to still kind of give me people in and around that kind of level of ranking. So again, for me, it just made sense.
Yeah, and last one from me. Aaron Pico's making his debut. Similar situation, right? Came in from the outside, bit of hype around him. I don't know if you had a chance to speak to him, but if you had the opportunity to give him some advice,
I wouldn't.
You would not?
Because Leron is my guy. It's my boy. I just wouldn't.
I respect that.
I just wanted to get your thoughts on Joe Rogan basically saying that he believes you're the biggest puzzle to obviously try and solve in the entire sport. I just wanted your response to that.
I've always thought Joe Rogan's a really smart guy. he knows some stuff, man. I do. Like I said, my style is it's a big puzzle simply because there's not many people that come from my style of background within MMA. So finding training partners is next to impossible. The closest person you're gonna find is Wonderboy Thompson. Me and Wonderboy Thompson are cool. Wonderboy Thompson's had people say, "Can you come and think?" Because I'm fighting MVP, and he's like, "No." And I'm the same. So if they come to me because they're fighting Wonderboy Thompson, no, I want him to win. So it's the same thing. So it's difficult just simply because there's less of us. Obviously, I love my style, but it's just because there's a scarcity, so people don't really truly understand it until they're right in front of us.
And obviously, not looking past the fight that you got on Saturday, but I know you're friends with Israel Adesanya.
Yeah.
Is obviously it's not happening?
Nah. Is that again, we are prize fighters, and I'm a person of respect. I can fight someone that I respect highly, but you're gonna have to pay us a lot of money, bro. And I'm hoping this 7.7 billion deal does something for that. You know what I mean? Maybe. If I get given a lot of money, and I think it's same for him, we'd 100% be like, bro, let's just have a fight. But likeliness is not on the money they pay us, and I get paid nice.
Would you both have a full discussion first?
Yeah, 100%. We'll sit down. That's my boy. I can chat to him. Even when he's messaged me before this fight, when he heard I got this fight, he's like, "Bro, you're playing chess, bro. I love it. We talk. So yeah, I just see if I was approached with it, I'm going to him straight away. Did they approach you with this? He'd tell me. If he said yes, I'll be like, "What's your thoughts? How much are they giving you?" We have a conversation.
And obviously, he's fought Jared before as well.
Yeah.
So did he give you any pointers?
Yeah, to be fair, again, he kept saying just hit me up if you want to know anything. about it, in terms of what he felt. And to be fair, I might do it now, like close to. I just hadn't done it as of yet. We spoke and didn't really speak about that. Speaking about other random stuff, but so yeah, maybe now, because again, my coaches are very detailed about opponents. So I feel like I know, and I have watched him a lot in terms of his career and stuff as well, and fights that he's had. So I feel like I have a good understanding. But yeah, I'll definitely probably reach out to him just before the fight.
And just last one, who have you got in the main event?
Man, it's a difficult one. I'm gonna say Khamzat, and I've been telling absolutely everyone exactly the same thing. If DDP wins this fight, I am never betting against this man ever again in my life, because there's just I feel like a lot of people feel the same way. There's something about his style that's not appealing but successful. And I think it's that not appealing side that keeps making us question his ability to win. But his special gift that we usually see through my kind of point style or Khamzat's wrestling, like you can kind of see the obvious. His not so obvious is probably just the fact that he knows how to be tough and grind out a win. That might just be his talent. You know what I mean? He's okay enough, well, like in terms of his mixed martial arts skill, to just figure out a way to success. And that might be his thing.
Hey, brother.
What's up?
Showman, right? Inside and outside the cage. I know with the Shara fight, you kind of made everybody pop with the "I'm the captain now" line. The Ian Gary had the custom walkout song. I know you can't give too much away, but like, can we expect something pre and post fight?
To be fair, and just to be honest with this one, there's a bit of a different. There has been a bit of a different mental shift. I do feel like, although it is still my personality, I was trying a bit too hard to be like, I'm MVP, guys. Remember this guy. I'm this guy. And like I said, I only realized that after that last fight that I am holding a weight of the UFC still, and I didn't need to. So this one, I just want to enjoy myself. And then once I kind of go through this one, then I'm gonna come back to and turn up the show. It will be a show still, but I haven't really prepped anything, so to speak. I got a couple little things, but not, you know what I mean, nothing that I'd normally do, because I just want to get back to the level of fighting that I know I can get to, and then once I've turned that back on, then yeah, the rest of the show comes back.
And then just one kind of outside of fighting, big hip hop guy. No, yes.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on the Joyner Lucas and Skepta?
It's interesting because again, I'm into it all. Skepta's a friend of mine. Joyner, I'm a massive fan of. I think he's dope. The recent album I haven't listened to fully, but his last one, absolute fire. I've put it on repeat like crazy, and he's super talented. But it's difficult because American listening to a UK artist, they don't get it, and you won't understand certain things that he's talking about, and so on and so forth. And then the British guy, same in America, they'll hear something. And obviously, we'll probably hear things a bit easier because we listen to American music a lot more. So I feel than Americans are now. I think the UK is only recently popping in America, so we're getting a lot more talent that's kind of crossing over, but they're still not going to understand as much as we may understand. So it's difficult. And for me, Skepta is super talented, but not quite a rapper. He is a grime artist, and that genre of music is just very different. So again, it's fun for everyone to talk about, and the crossover and stuff. But I'm a fan of both in their own spaces, and it's just a little bit of fun. I think everyone's getting hyped after the Drake and Kendrick, and then now everyone's just trying to jump on, and because it brings so much spotlight because we love beef. Like for some reason, everyone's just attracted to that beef. So yeah, for me, I'm just a fan of both, and I've listened to both sides. I wasn't massively impressed with either side. Like I didn't think anybody done anything crazy. It almost feels like they've shook hands and just been like, yeah, let's just he's promoting and he's got a new album dropping. Let's help me promote that, and it feels like that more than it does feel serious. So I'm just kind of like, yeah, just go back to the music. Cool.